Hi guys, it's Danae. I thought today I would do my TBR for the BookTubeAthon, which starts on Monday. I'm really excited about this, just having an excuse to read as much as I can. I will be house sitting this coming week, and I also work full-time, so I'm kind of adjusting some of the challenges to fit my schedule because I just don't have time to read all day long and to make videos every day. But I will be doing the best I can to do some of these challenges. I've kind of just made some small adjustments. So let's get started. The first challenge is a book with pictures, and I am going to be reading Ella Enchanted. I actually have it on audiobook, so my copy doesn't have pictures in it, but I'm pretty sure the actual copy of it does have some illustrations in it because it is more of a children's book. But I listen to books on tape while I drive for work, so I will be doing that for that challenge. And I think that I'm going to have that count also for my book-to-movie adaptation, because it was also made into a movie, so I'll be using that book for both challenges. The next challenge is to start and finish a series, and this is one that I'm definitely kind of adjusting because I'm not really sure how much I'm going to be able to read, so I'm doing a series of short stories. And this is The Lilac Bus by Maeve Binchy, and she's one of my favorite authors. I love her. And this book is just a series of short stories, and her short story books usually, they kind of flow together, so they're not just completely separate short stories, they're usually intertwined, so it is kind of like a series. So I'm having this book count for that. To read this whole book from start to finish will be that series. A book with red on the cover. I am going to be reading The White Queen. I have heard a lot about this book and I've been really wanting to read it, so I am hoping that this readathon gives me a chance to read this book, which I'm really excited about. A book that someone else picks out for you and a book from the genre you've read least this year are both going to be fulfilled by the book The Meaning of Marriage by Tim Keller, which again, I have it on my Kindle. I don't have an actual copy of the book to show you, but I will put a picture of it here. It is a book that Tim Keller, who is a pastor of a church in New York City called Redeemer Presbyterian Church, he wrote this book based on a series of marriage sermons he did about 15 years ago, or maybe even longer than that. It might have been in the 90s. But his church was about 4,000 members, and about 3,000 of them were single, so he kind of did this whole series on marriage and kind of talking about what marriage is to just try to encourage some of the single people in his church as they were either wanting to start relationships or not wanting to for certain reasons, just to kind of clear things up. And so we are reading that for Bible study this summer with a bunch of women. So it's a group of kind of married and single women, and we're all reading it, so it's nonfiction, so it's definitely one that I've not read a whole lot of this year, and it was picked out for me by someone else because the women leading the study chose the book. But I am a little behind, so I've read one chapter of it, so I will hopefully be finishing it because we only have 2 weeks of Bible study left, so I will be reading that this week as well for those 2 challenges. And then book-to-movie adaptation, I already said, was Ella Enchanted. So I'll be doing that. And also, I guess to count for that, I have Les Mis on audiobook as well. So when I'm finished with Ella Enchanted on audiobook, I'll be listening to Les Mis. And so those were both made into movies, so either one of them can count for that. And then the last reading challenge is to read 7 books. So I have Ella Enchanted, The Lilac Bus, The Red Queen, The Meaning of Marriage, Les Mis. I actually have a actual copy of it, although I will be listening to it as opposed to reading this actual copy. So that's 5. And then for my 2 others, I will hopefully, if I have time, get to this one, which is The Bridges of Madison County by Robert James Waller. I believe I read this when I was in high school. I'm not entirely sure, I don't remember, but I figured it was a short and quick read, and so hopefully I'll be able to get through this as well. And then the last one, which I'm really excited about reading, is The City of Ashes. I listened to City of Bones on audiobook and loved it, and I'm really excited to read the second one, but there's other books that I've been wanting to read, and I don't do well reading all the books. Like, if I read too many books back to back, I tend to get sick of them and not want to read them, so I try to space them out. But so I feel like after reading all these other books, it will be time to read this one, and so I can't wait. Alright, and now on to the video challenges that we have. There's one for each day, and they're really short, so I'm thinking I may do each one, but I'm going to make it like an Instagram video, and I'll post them on Instagram. So if you want to see those, you can follow me on Instagram. The link is below. And then maybe at the end of the week, I'll put all the Instagram videos together and just make one video to upload here. But the challenges are: day 1, show your top 3 books you've read because of BookTube. Day 2 is find items on 3 covers. So look at 3 different covers of books and find those items. Day 3 is draw a better cover for any book, so just kind of make your own rendition of a book cover, make it better. Okay, day 4 is to write a short story using the words from 4 titles. So you take 4 books and then use all the words in the titles and make a short story. It can be any length, just a couple sentences or longer. Day 5 is make a rainbow of your favorite book, so all the different colors, 1 book cover from each color. Day 6 is to pick a book that you've read this week and find 5 items that were mentioned in the book, and just show those. And day 7 is to show you guys where I've been reading for the BookTubeAthon. So I will be showing you my reading space, which will probably change a little bit because for a couple days I will be here in my apartment, and then a couple days I will be house sitting, as I said, so I will have to find a different spot to read in over there. So alright, I hope you enjoyed this video of all the books I will be reading this week for the BookTubeAthon. I'm really excited about it. If you want more information or want to join with me, I will link below the BookTubeAthon, their channel, where they have videos kind of explaining what's going on, so you can check that out if you want. And I hope you all have a fabulous week. I will see you soon. Bye!